Bold takes.
If they don't make it to the finals, then this might be one of the biggest L's in NBA history.
Hot topics.
All right, well, I want to give you an apology. Tyrese Halliburton may have proved me wrong.
The best analysis.
But Jokic, he might be the best player in the league this season. He really might be the MVP.
This is the Full Court Report.
Alrighty, we're back. The Full Court Report. Episode number 6 of this new season of ours. How you
number 6 already?
Yeah.
Dang.
We're making progress here. How you fellas doing?
Doing all right.
Same. Doing all right. How about yourself, Jorie?
You know, I can't complain. You know, we're making it through the week.
Yes, sir.
That's all you can do. But we're happy to be back.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're still in the middle of the off season, so again, not much is going on. But
the dog days.
You know, we're getting there. But that being said, you know, we're a basketball podcast, but the NFL season did get underway since our last episode here. So before we talk a little basketball, I figured, you know, why not talk a little football? And for those who don't care, you can just skip this whole part, and we'll talk about basketball eventually. But you know, we'll spend a few minutes. So I don't know if you guys have any predictions for the season. If you want to just jump right into who you think is going to be in the Super Bowl this year, or any other, I guess, major things that you foresee happening in the NFL this year.
I'll let Toby go, because I think I know what this guy's going to be talking about the whole time.
Well, I got some predictions. I mean, first of all, what a fantastic week 1. Couldn't have gone any better. You know, those Giants aren't looking too good so far this year. But, you know, the Philadelphia Eagles have one of the greatest rosters in the NFL. I think they're going to do much bigger and better things than they did last year. A lot of experience on that team. You know, they made a Super Bowl a couple years ago, lost to the Chiefs. I am biased, but I'm going to say the Eagles are going to make the Super Bowl. I think it might be another rematch of last year, so it could also be the 49ers. I don't think unless there's like a breakout team, I don't think any other team stands a chance. And then as far as the AFC goes, I hate to say it, but I feel like the Chiefs, they might be, they're a dynasty. They got one of the best QBs ever. I would love to see a Bird Super Bowl, though. And I think the Ravens might be able to do it this year.
The Birds.
I want to see King Henry, Mark Andrews, Lamar. I think they could go far. I think they lost to the Chiefs in week 1, but you know, that just adds some fuel to the fire.
Dude, the Ravens almost pulled it off. That guy Isaiah Likely, the tight end for the Ravens, he got Kevin Duranted, bro. If he was wearing a half a size smaller, it would have been a touchdown.
You know,
yeah, I think Mahomes after the game was like, he should have wore white cleats.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, it's I don't know. Justin, what about you?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Chiefs are gonna three-peat. However, I think if Patrick Mahomes is not the MVP, I think it will be Lamar Jackson again.
Really?
If not, very dark horse for MVP, CJ Stroud. I feel like CJ Stroud might pull out. I think the Super Bowl matchup, as much as I hate to give your effing Eagles respect, I think it'll be a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs will win. But I'm also a fan of the Detroit Lions. I really like the Lions.
They got a nice little squad.
That guy Jameson Williams, he's got that dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
But
know.
a little, not really off topic. It has to do with the Super Bowl, but just been seeing a lot of people complaining that the halftime show is going to be Kendrick Lamar and not Lil Wayne. That seems to be the big thing for everybody since it's in New Orleans. They were all like, oh, why isn't Wayne doing the thing? Because they just had it in LA and they had all the LA artists out there. So why don't they do it? And I saw some random lady on Instagram brought up a great point. They've had the Super Bowl in New Orleans 4 other times and never had an artist from New Orleans at that Super Bowl. Why do we care now all of a sudden that it's Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, it's a good point.
I think Kendrick Lamar is a great performer. I think he'll rock that place, but it would have been pretty cool to see Lil Wayne. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I agree with the pick. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like I feel like Kendrick is a better like stage performer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll see like a guest appearance. Like sometimes they don't announce who else is going to be there, and maybe he'll pop out.
Yeah, I mean, also, I mean, you have to. I mean, I'm sure him capitalizing off the summer he just had, right? Like all the songs that he released with like
Drake
the
beef.
Drake beef, and so like he's definitely like the biggest, I don't know, pop star right now, rapper, whatever you want to call him. I would say, like, just in music. So I mean, I think it makes sense, even though it's obviously months away and a lot can change in a matter of months. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh, Kendrick can't perform at the Super Bowl. He doesn't have enough. Like, come on, let's be real. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Should have been G Herbo.
Oh yeah, right. But yeah, I think I agree with you, Justin. I think the Chiefs, man. I don't know. I don't want to admit it either, but there's just something about this team. It just feels like they're gonna do the unthinkable and win 3 in a row.
I mean, last year I couldn't really tell you too much about their defense just because I'm a little bit of a football. I just don't pay that much attention like I do with basketball. I'm a casual. That's what I was looking for. I'm a casual. But I know for a fact their offense has gotten way better. Like they got weapons now. We'll see what happens with that guy Rashee Rice. He might end up going to jail. But that other guy, what's his name? Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw that one play, the jet sweep in that week 1 game, dude. That guy took off.
How did they let the Chiefs get that guy? That's ridiculous. Guy's like the fastest guy in the league.
Other than the speed, from what I've been told, is the guy was just pretty average at receiver, other than having burners.
Yeah,
like, that guy John Ross, he broke the thing. He broke the combine record a couple years ago. That guy's out of the league now.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's all about system, and it certainly helps to play with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
Yes, sir.
So,
wait, so Jorie, who do you think is going to make it out of the NFC?
I don't know. Like, yeah, I feel like I haven't really been keeping up with the NFL as much as I should probably, but I don't know. I would probably pick one of 3 teams. I think the Niners can get back to the Super Bowl. Although, I don't know. Something just feels off about this team this year. I don't know why.
CMC is injured.
Yeah, but I don't know. And then I don't know. It just something feels off. Something just feels off.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
But the Eagles, I mean, they're right there, Toby. And I think, like you said, the Lions, I mean, they were a game away last season, which is so crazy to think about. You know, for so long it feels like the Lions have been like so bad, but now they're just back and within Super Bowl contention. So
Dan Campbell's that guy.
Yeah, he's definitely he's a football coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you catch any of your Broncos game?
Oh, unfortunately, yes, I did. No, I mean, without getting too much into it, I get to fanboy about my Nuggets in a minute. So I don't want to talk too much about the Broncos, but they'll get it figured out. Maybe it'll be a few more years, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
At least you're not as bad as the Giants.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All the Giants fans here that are going to be watching this all know exactly how I feel. Just terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be a fun season. And but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Kansas City, man. They just haven't looked like they've regressed at all. It's crazy. Like every year I'm like, someone's gonna figure them out, and then they just add, like you said, they add weapons and they just do the same thing over and over again.
This is the year. I think they're gonna get figured out.
Yeah, I mean, it's still only week 1, so but a lot can change over the course of the year. Somebody can get hurt, or like you said, find a scheme to actually stop this offense. But who knows? Who knows, man? Just got to start cheating. Somebody's got to start cheating.
Yeah, like the Patriots.
Playgate.
Yeah, it's the only way. Oh gosh. All right. Well, yeah, man. NFL's back. It's always fun. And before we know it, the NBA will be back. So at least we have our Sundays, kind of covered now.
Just a little bit over a month until the NBA is back.
Exactly.
Regular season, that is.
Yeah. Yes, sir. All righty. Well, so yeah, enjoy the football while it's here, because it'll be over before you know it. It always goes by fast. But all right, now we can transition into some basketball talk. I figured, again, it's the NBA off season, so there's not a ton of news, but we did get a pretty big story this past week, or I guess this past Saturday. And like I mentioned, we get to talk about my Nuggets for a little bit, and that being that team and Jamal Murray. They've agreed to a 4-year contract extension. It's $208 million. And the deal is going to keep Jamal Murray out of free agency next summer. And he's going to be with the team through the 2028-2029 season. So, again, he's going to be making $208 million from, when that contract starts. Not this season, but the season after next. Or the season after this coming one. And, yeah, so I don't know. I guess, what do you guys think of this extension? Do you guys think that they overpaid for Jamal? And yeah, let's talk about it.
I do not think it's an overpay at all. But if Jamal was a real savage, he would have taken a pay cut like Brunson. And the only reason I say that is because I feel like the Nuggets are at a weird spot. They're definitely not garbage. Like, they're not trash. But I really don't see them winning a championship with Jamal, Jokic, MPJ, and the other guy, Aaron Gordon, unless they address depth off the bench. Because other than Russ and, like, Dario Saric, it's a bunch of people I've literally never heard of. Actually, you guys have Deron Holmes on that team, so I mean, he's all right. But Peyton Watson, this is going to be his second season, right? Peyton Watson, or is it his third?
I think it's his third season this year.
All right, we'll see how he progresses. But other than that, like, I really couldn't even tell you who any of the guys are that are on your bench. So I feel like, I don't know how much cap space you guys have left. I don't know how much more money you can move around, but you already have Jokic on a max. Now you got this guy on a max. You're not really working with much. So
I don't know. I think I disagree.
Okay.
Well, I agree with the contract extension. I think he deserves it. It's funny that you mentioned that he should have taken a pay cut. I was watching like a podcast earlier with Nate Robinson, and he was talking about how Doc Rivers, like he needed one more game to play, like 1 minute, and he would have made an extra 1.5 million. And Doc Rivers DMP'd him for the whole game.
Mm,
He wasn't injured or anything like that.
It's crazy.
But so it just goes to show you, like, and I might sound like a hypocrite saying this, but the teams, they don't care as much about you. So you might as well, like, get as much money as you can. But I think he deserves it. One of the best, I guess, Canadian players out there.
Canadian
And-
players. Okay.
But I feel like, I mean, the guy's already won a chip. Like, he's shown that he's capable of being that guy on a championship team, even though he's not the best player necessarily. And, MPJ, I think he's going to get better. He's still, pretty young and stuff like that. And then who knows? Maybe some of these players turn into really good players off the bench. I don't think I'm doubtful that they can do it with Russ on the team. I think they might have to wait for him to leave or retire or whatever. But maybe in like a year or two, these guys all stick together. They get a few nice pieces like they had a couple years ago. I think they can do it again. Jokic he's just that good. He really is the best center in the NBA.
I don't appreciate the Russ slander. I got to be honest. Why do
I'm
you
not saying Russ is bad.
Because in my opinion, I think him and Jokic are like insanely good together. Like, I don't think they not that they can't be on the court together, but I think Russ coming off the bench, he's just a small Jokic. Like, they're both always, top 5 in triple doubles. They're both great passers. So if, Russ can learn the Nuggets offense, anytime you take Jokic off the court, that guy Russ is just going to be doing what he's doing. He's going to be feeding everybody where they need to be fed. He's going to get rebounds. And I feel like at this point in his career, the guy's not worried about getting even 20 a game, let alone 30. So I feel like I think he'll be fine.
How old is Russ?
I had to guess, like 32 or 33, probably, maybe even older.
I think he's a little older.
He's 35, and he'll be 30. Yeah, he'll be 36 in November. So,
and it's not like he's a great shooter, obviously. I think, I love Russ. I think he's gonna be nice off the bench. He's not the same player that he once was, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like honestly they need another starter before we start worrying about the bench squad and stuff.
They got 4 high-level players that are starting.
I don't know.
Like, how much better of a starter are you going to get than Aaron Gordon or MPJ?
I mean, you can get better pieces.
I mean, yeah, you could, but you'd have to get rid of them. You wouldn't just be able to. I mean, I guess nowadays in the NBA, you could just sign anybody to anything and not even have to worry about cap space. But I don't know. I don't know.
well, yeah. I mean, just to circle back really quick about like the Jamal before we talk more about the whole team. So he's when this contract kicks in, and this is right now, so obviously this can change in like one off season. But the only 2 point guards that are making more than him are Steph and Dame. So there's, again, the 3rd highest paid point guard in the league once this contract extension kicks in. I think that's why a lot of people are like, oh, you overpaid for Jamal, and, a guy that's never been an all-star. He's like, kind of plateaued, averaging like 20 points per game. Like, he's really never averaged more than that. But so I think that's kind of where that's coming from. But again, like I said, had Brunson signed for like what he was offered, like his max, he would be making more than Jamal. And then next year, 3 guys are up for contract extensions: Luka, SGA, and Trae Young. So again, Like that could literally change next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they really had a choice. Like Jamal, you're not gonna just let him walk. I mean, they won a title together already. They drafted him, so it's not like they didn't. Like he has a relationship with the organization already. So, and again, I don't know if he's gonna like get better. I feel like he's kind of reached whatever his potential is. But I mean, we've seen it when they won the playoff or when they won a championship in 2023. He really was like one of the best players in the league, or it looked like he was. And he's 27 years old, so he's kind of entering, I guess, his quote unquote prime years, if you will. So long as he can stay healthy. He didn't have like a great summer with Team Canada during the Olympics. That was kind of another big thing. I think that's probably why people are saying like, oh, did he really deserve all this money? Coming off a little bit of recency bias, the Nuggets kind of underperformed in this year's playoffs. So again, there's a lot going against him. But again, I wouldn't have it any other way. Ever since he got drafted to Denver, I've always loved Jamal Murray. Jokic is obviously the best player on the team. I don't think there's any question about it, but I feel like Jamal has always just been like a fan favorite of mine, just because like, I don't know, when he's playing well, it just gives the whole team energy. Like when Jokic plays well, the team normally wins, but like when Jamal's playing well, it just feels like there's just like a vibe with the team that like people are really like invested in. And I feel like his relationship with Michael Malone also is like really, really tight knit. There was like one story that was really heartwarming, honestly, where when Jamal tore his ACL in 2021, I think at the end of that season, he was saying like, oh, this is it for me. Like, you guys are probably going to trade me. Like, I'm damaged goods. Like, I'm not worth anything. And he, like, in that moment, like, what do you say to a guy like that? And he was just like, you're going to come back better than you ever were. We're not going to trade you. You're going to stick it out. You're going to do your rehab here in Denver. Like, I'm going to make it, like, basically my priority that you do not leave this organization. And then he,
balled
took
out.
a whole year off, came back, and then they won a title. So like that's pretty, I don't know, that's pretty cool to me. But yeah, man, I don't know. This there's a lot to dive into with this Nuggets team. The thing about Russ, to me, it's like over the offseason, I think Jokic like specifically said he wanted Westbrook. I think he was a free agent, so like obviously, someone that was attainable, someone that the Nuggets could actually get. But like Jokic made it known that he wanted Russ on the team. So I think that's a good thing. Toby, you mentioned like they need more starter level players. But I also feel like what they lacked last year was like, when they won a title, they had Bruce Brown and Jeff Green off the bench. And those two guys were like perfect guys to come off the bench in terms of just like bringing energy, like not serving any specific role, like not being like a backup point guard who can like facilitate the offense or like a spot up shooter who just sits in the corner, but just like kind of doing everything, And I feel like Russ, we've seen it his whole career. He's kind of just been able to do every facet of the game. So I feel like he's going to be able to come in and really just impact the game in any way that they need. And I feel like that'll be pretty valuable for Denver. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's going to be a fun season. And like you, Justin, you mentioned DeRon Holmes, but he tore his Achilles in the summer league.
Oh,
So he's actually going to be out this season, unfortunately.
okay.
But yeah, man. I'm excited for the year.
Oh yeah.
They lost KCP. He's in Orlando now, so that sucks. But I think Christian Brown is going to come in, start for them at that shooting guard spot.
Well, okay.
And then, like you said, Peyton Watson. He's kind of had like flashes of just like, I don't really know what player he's going to be, to be honest, but he's just like a fun guy to watch. I don't really know if he's going to be like a great sixth man or seventh man, whatever. But I feel like he'll have a solid year. And then they brought in, like you said, Dario Saric, who,
I think he'll actually be a great pickup.
yeah, I feel like that's kind of an underrated signing, like a good, I guess, backup power forward / center at times, a good passer, so he can kind of like play a Jokic light when he goes to the bench. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, do I think this team can win another title? Hell yeah.
Really, really, like this season, or
This season, I mean, I don't
you're
know.
gonna have to go through us. You're gonna have to go through us in the finals, there, buddy, if you want to win it.
When they won a title in 2023, it came down to, I think, just Jokic being worlds better than everyone else, and then Jamal being like a insanely good secondary player, that second option. But yeah, I mean, I think they go as far as Jokic takes them, really, because like it's not like they don't have pieces around him. I think MPJ could have a really good year. I think after last season, he took a lot of accountability for like their series against the Timberwolves. Like, yeah, I lost them like some games in that series. I could have played a lot better. I think he's ready to have a good season. And I think if he has a really good season, Jokic, going to be in the MVP conversation. And hopefully Jamal, after a kind of a rough summer and playoffs, I think he'll come back better. So I don't know if they're going to win a title this year, but they're still like their core is still pretty young, and I think they're going to have a lot of chances at it until Jokic hangs it up, Jamal hangs it up. So I think they can do it.
Yeah, I used to be really high on that guy MPJ when he was going into college, because I think that's where he had his back injury, right, when he was at college.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
So I remember because I used to be on Ball is Life all the time, checking out all the high schoolers, seeing who's nice, and I was like, oh, look at this guy, he's gigantic. The guy can shoot the lights out. Like, he's perfect. He's a perfect NBA player, and then messed his back up, and I feel like it took him a lot longer than he would have hoped to get back into his groove. But I think last year was like, it was his best year. And I didn't know about him, taking the responsibility for the loss against the Timberwolves. That definitely tells me that this guy is going to be locked in this year and ready to go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I don't know if it was like every game, but I remember after one game in like the presser, it might have just been after they lost in game 7, where he was like, yeah, like I need to be better, all these things. Like, so I don't know. I just like seeing stuff like that from players. I think,
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like this team, they have a good, they just have a good culture. Like, I feel like Michael Malone, ever since he became coach, he's always been like very, like, he talks so much about like family and like being a team and stuff. Like, it's, you can say, like, I'm sure a lot of coaches say the same thing, like it's bigger than basketball, but I feel like they really do care about each other. And like when Aaron Gordon got to the team, he's talked about like how like he's really fit in. Like he didn't think he would ever be like good friends with a guy like Jokic because it's just like this big Serbian dude who like, doesn't really have a lot of things in common, but I feel like they all seem to get along really well. And like that's a big thing with like the players that they draft too. I think just like good character guys. I'm sure every organization feels the same exact way, but I feel like they've done a good job doing that. Like it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to actually have all those players on the team that really care. So yeah, but again, it's not going to be easy. The Western Conference, especially this year, I mean, it's going to be ridiculous. But again, like I said, I think they're going to have some more chances to get back to the finals, and I think So long as Jokic is on the team, I mean, I'm not counting them out. So that's just me. But I don't know if you guys have had any other thoughts. I feel like I rambled quite a bit there.
Yeah, you were yapping.
Now
a
it's
little
good. That's your
bit.
team.
I had to get it off my chest. You know, I haven't talked about the Nuggets in a while.
Well, you guys you're not gonna do nothing if the Knicks are making the finals.
Ooh, that would be a fun matchup, though.
Yeah, I would love to
wouldn't.
see that.
It wouldn't be a great matchup. We'd probably struggle a little bit against Jokic, but we're clamping everybody else. Guy MPJ is getting to get the clamps, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but you know, you never know.
I'm
But
hyped. I'm so hyped, bro.
Yeah,
Knicks
dude.
tape. Knicks tape.
But yeah, so yeah, that's my little soliloquy there about the Nuggets, and I probably won't do that again for a while. So don't worry, guys. But yeah, so we covered that, and again, like I said, there's just not a ton going on right now. But in the world of video games, we did get another 2K, another edition of 2K, and full disclosure, I do not play video games. Well, I still have my Xbox 360. So I play, you know, 2K13 every once in a while. Although I haven't really been doing that as much lately, but I don't think I've played a 2K or I've owned a 2K since like 2K19, I want to say. So it's definitely been a handful of years. So I'm definitely going to rely on you two to really, you know, talk about this next subject. But
we need
2K25.
we need
I mean,
Spencer in here because this guy Toby's barely been on it too. He's only played a couple games.
Oh, that's cap. That's cap. I've been playing a lot of games.
What season level are you? Do you even know?
I don't even know what a season level is.
The battle pass. What level are you in the battle pass?
Probably like a 2.
I'm at level 14, buddy. I'm
not
one
sweating
tier
as hard
away.
as you.
I'm one tier away from getting the tier 2 like add-on badge or whatever. Upgrading the badge from gold to Hall of Fame or whatever. I'm one
All right.
tier away. But yeah, I mean, me, Toby, and Spencer, we've been primarily grinding in the rec center. We like the rec center. We like going in, except you know when we get those terrible teammates, scrubs.
Yeah, which is almost every time because people don't know how to pass. You know,
That's
they're
all
just
it
looking
is.
to
When
get
you're, I mean, that's
points.
what we do. That's what we do when we're playing with us three. Those other two teammates, bro, they got to get their own points on their own. I'm not feeding nobody that isn't Toby or Spencer. So, yeah, you know how it goes. Everybody knows how it goes that game. But
I mean, I feel like when I played, we didn't play a lot of rec. Like we played a lot of park,
yeah,
but
we
we
were
didn't
doing
play.
park. I don't know.
So I don't know if
Park,
how different it is than it is playing in like park. You know,
park
3v3
is
or
just
2v2.
Oh, I personally think it's a little bit sweatier, just because the player builder now, Jorie, is like way different than it was. Like back then, it was kind of like really preset on what you could do, depending on you know position, how tall you are, all that stuff. But now it's a lot more like lenient, and so people make builds specifically for the park, and then build specifically for rec. So
That's super sweaty.
well, because if you're playing in the park, like, what do you need? Like, what do you need a MIDI for? You just yank threes or dunk.
I don't know. I don't know about that, dude.
I don't know, but I made a center. I made a rim protector, which I'm not very happy with. I need to make a new build, but
Already, the game just came
like
out.
oh, relax. I'm gonna rock
listen,
with this guy for a little bit. I'm only an
Oh.
85 overall, but I already know what I need to change because my badges are all messed up. I don't get a single Hall of Fame badge on this guy unless I use the extra like +1 thing. But Jory, I wish you could play with your center that you had that one year. I don't know if it's a glitch or they just don't give big men respect, but you literally miss so many open standing layups. It is so ridiculous. I've seen so many clips of these people doing post hooks from 3 feet out wide open, and it just rolls around the rim and flies out, and then you just get it dirty. So
Wow.
that's the only thing that I've really noticed. I didn't play 2K24 like for more than a month probably when it came out, other than to do my leagues with Spencer and Toby. But I've been told that the shooting is very inconsistent in this game. It's real weird because they changed a lot of the mechanics with it.
Interesting.
Like
I
they
mean, I gotta
have
be honest. Like
what?
I didn't expect anything to be really different because at the end of the day, it's 2K. It's like they barely change stuff, and then they just release it, and make a ton of money. But one of the very small things that I think that they improved a lot on is like the animations when the ball is going in. It's a very small thing. But back in like 2K24, as soon as the ball hit the rim, you could tell like if it was going to go in or not. At least this game has like a little bit of a shooter's touch where it can hit the rim, bounce.
Oh,
around a
you
little
like
bit.
those? You like those
Yes, it's more
triple bouncers, the Kawhi shots? You like those?
bro. It's way more realistic. Like the other 2Ks was like it's either nothing but net or like
Brick.
a brick.
Interesting. Huh.
But
Okay.
they changed with the shooting. They added, I don't even like risk to reward ratios is what they call them. So if you have low risk reward ratio, you can get white bars a lot easier. But the green window is real small. And then if you do high risk, high reward, the green window's bigger, but if you don't green it, it's not going in. And then they have normal, which is in the middle. They say it's most closest to older 2Ks, how the shooting was. But it's all bogus. It's all bogus. It's doesn't even matter. I put up bricks no matter where I shoot from. So
This guy Justin takes the most contested shots ever.
that is so cap.
Complains about the
Don't
game.
even. I don't want to hear it from you, Toby. You're the king of going and driving layups into three people in the
Bro,
paint.
I got a way better shooting percentage than you.
I doubt it. I
guarantee
doubt
it.
it.
I guarantee it.
Have you even taken a three in the rec, Toby?
I can't shoot, but I make every shot I take.
That's cap.
All right. Yeah, that's cap. But I make most of the
Oh,
shots.
Jorie, I'm gonna record some gameplay tonight, and I'm gonna send it to you, and we're gonna expose Toby on the Twitter.
Got to do a film session of the 2K. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I still play 2K13 from time to time.
One of the most goated 2Ks, by the way.
Yeah, dude. To me, I mean, the thing with video, like, I don't know, the thing with 2K, I feel like, at least what I found, is that you can just kind of adjust how you want the gameplay to be in like the sliders. I feel like that's the thing with the game is like they come out with a new one every year and they make these like minor adjustments that people notice and they think it's like a whole new game. But if you really just like take the time to like find what works, or like you can, you know, take the time to play it enough and find the flaws in the game and kind of just like adjust, you know, the animations, the sliders, whatever. It might take time, but that's kind of what I've done in 2K13. I feel like the gameplay is like pretty realistic.
Yeah, but you're playing offline though.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know, I'm sure you play like with people who know how to just glitch the game, and that's gonna be.
I mean, from what I've seen so far, there's not really any like game breaking like dribble moves or shot that people are just completely cheesing. But the servers are terrible. The servers are terrible. Like there'll be times where I hit the pass button 3 times before the guy actually gets rid of it. So
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the gameplay is just like a little bit slower.
it's real, especially on offense. It's real like slippery, slidey. Like they changed the like driving dribble animation as the best way I can explain it. Like you can't just hard cut like directly to the basket if you're dribbling towards the baseline from like the top of the key. They kind of like loop you around. Like I don't know, like not
It's a
like
little
bump
loopy.
you outside, but it's more realistic. Like you can't just put your foot in the dirt and turn 90 degrees. Like like a video game. They kind of just made it a little bit more realistic. So I like it. Honestly, so far I had a terrible time in 2K24, but 2K25, a week into the release, whatever it's been, I've been having a pretty good time.
Okay. Okay. It's good to hear. I mean, yeah, man. It's always fun. 2K is always fun. It's people always get hyped up for the game, so I feel like it's never gonna die. People can complain about it, Ronnie, 2K, whatever, but it's
Yeah,
always
I'm not a fan of Ronnie 2K.
Nobody is. Nobody is.
I mean, it's the only basketball game you can really get. So it's like that's the only
well,
one people are gonna buy.
well, hey, that might be a good segue, Toby. Because you know what is coming back? Backyard basketball, baby.
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't actually. I guess all backyard sports, but and if you want to circle back to 2K, that's fine. But backyard sports, they made like a whole, I guess, social media post, and they're like bringing back all these games, man. All these games from at least my childhood. I don't know if you guys really played. I'm sure you did. Backyard
was just
football,
a-
backyard baseball.
Yep.
I did a little bit of backyard football, but for some reason, even though I don't hate baseball, but I don't really, care for it too much now. I was playing backyard baseball like crazy.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember who
Oh,
one guy is. That one guy is so dirty. I can't even remember his name. The guy with the hair.
Pablo Sanchez.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
The guy was a
MVP.
baller.
Yeah,
That guy
dude.
was insane.
So they're bringing it back. Yeah, man. That's fun. It's just fun. It's gonna be nostalgic. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back on like the consoles or if it. I'm sure they will. But
I mean, I used to just play it right on like my
Yeah.
parents' computer.
Yeah.
yeah, on the PC. Yes, sir.
OG
Yeah.
PC gamer.
Yeah, I used to play the backyard basketball with KG and Lisa Leslie. I would
What year
use
was
the,
that?
the hot doggers.
What year was that?
What
Like
was that?
2005?
I feel like it was earlier than that. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what year. It might have been like 2001. I want to say,
Damn.
but yeah, man, dude, what a game. But it's funny because like, like I said, I still play 2K13 sometimes, like in 2024. I tried playing that backyard basketball game like a couple years ago, dude. It is so hard. It is so much harder than I remember. But like, yeah, it is just fun. Just fun. Unless you're playing on like the easiest difficulty, like you're gonna lose pretty much. But
I mean, I don't know. I used to crank them out in backyard baseball 2005.
You used to what?
Used to crank them out of the yard.
yeah, okay, buddy.
You guys are sus. Bro.
Oh. Do you guys got any more anything left to say? 2K, NBA.
I haven't been playing much my career or play now, so I don't know all of everybody's overalls, but I know Wemby is a 91. I think we might have even have talked about this like a couple weeks ago. He's not a 91. He's not a 91.
I think that's fair.
He should be like an 87.
Wemby?
Yeah,
How are
but
you gonna
Wemby's
come in? How are you gonna play 1 year,
Well-
average 17, and be a 91?
Nah. Nah, you're nah.
yeah, it's
No, I think
it's not about the points though. It's about the defense too.
Well, he averaged. I'll tell you, he averaged 21.4 points per game. He led the league in blocks, and he also averaged almost 11 rebounds. That's not a 91 overall.
Yeah, it's a 91.
All right.
Yeah,
I think that's
Not better than
perfect.
Brunson. Not better than
that's
Brunson.
crazy.
What's
Yeah, dude.
Brunson? What's Brunson?
93.
That's
If Wemby's a
All right.
91, though, I think Brunson should be higher than a 93.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Anthony Edwards is also a 93. I'm pretty
Brunson
sure.
is
I think he should be a little bit higher.
Brunson is not like Steph Curry.
Well, there's also, at least, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's the same way now, but at least in 2K13, there's like certain attributes that contribute to the overall like way more than like other ones,
It depends what position you are.
Yeah. So like I don't know what that would be in 2K.
Yeah, I don't know what his
25,
like
but
ratings are or anything. I
like
just
if
know
you're
he's
good,
number
if
one.
you're like good at like certain defensive attributes, a lot of times that makes you like a higher overall than like someone who's just good at like shooting or something or yeah. I
They
saw he has 99 block. I mean, I guess
Wemby?
it makes sense. Yeah.
You don't think
Jeez.
that makes sense? I think that might be
No, I
the
said that
first
does
one.
make sense,
Oh,
I
okay,
think.
okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
yeah.
He led the league in blocks. He's 7'4", like yeah.
Dude, that's got to be glitchy in the game. I haven't used them.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah, there's going to be some like my team card that's going to have
Oh
him
my god, yeah, literally, bro.
7'4", 99 speed.
I haven't played my team since probably like 2K18, bro. It's been so long since
Yeah,
I've
me too.
even like gotten like this day one like 60 overall player pack. Like I haven't even gone in and even assembled a team even close.
I don't like my team.
It's a money grab.
Really?
Well, the thing is, like, they make so many different like 99 overall cards of like the most random players.
Well, it's like in Madden they have team of the week. So like whatever the team of the week is, a couple players get way higher overalls.
Yeah, but they go crazy with that. And then every team you
Yeah.
play is like all 99 overalls. And then they'll have like Shaq at point guard. I hate it.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, I used to love playing my team like when I was still playing on my PS4. That was like my favorite game mode. But um like you said, Toby, like I never really spent a lot of money like I just grinded like the domination mode or all the challenges that they had and trying to get cards that way. And I always had some pretty good teams, but like you said, I didn't have like freaking Bill Russell at point guard or something like that. Like that's just stupid. Yeah. But yeah, man. 2K, it's back. And who knows? Backyard
Back and
basketball.
it'll never leave. Ever. We're gonna be like 80 years old playing 2K80.
If you're on
Raging.
PS5, hit up me and Toby. We got you. Run some rec.
Yeah, we need
On
we
Xbox.
need a fourth and a fifth.
If you're on Xbox, sell that thing.
Sure, next. Don't worry. You don't want to play with these guys. You're just going to lose.
You want to play with me? I'm top 5 big man in the whole
They're
rec.
never going to pass. They just said it themselves.
If you're nice, if you're a scrub, you get like 3 possessions to prove whether you're a scrub or not. If I decide you're a scrub after 3 to 5 possessions, you're not touching that ball.
Jeez.
Damn. It's a little
Some
harsh.
teammate. Some teammate, huh?
I'm trying to win, bro. If you're going to be playing like the Daniel Jones of the NBA, you're not getting the ball.
Daniel Jones. Yeah. Well, all right, boys. Any parting words? I think we hit it. We hit on all the subjects.
Release Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Start
Nice.
Drew Lock.
Okay.
Nixon 4.
I like it.
I don't got nothing to say.
Fair enough. All right,
Sycamore
well,
sucks.
that's about it. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. And yeah, we'll be seeing you.